How's it going, everybody? Andy McCullough from the Los Angeles Times here with Dylan Hernandez of the Los Angeles Times. The man who told you Darvish was going to pitch great in Game 7 is Dylan.
I also, at least I picked the right team to win. My pre-World Series prediction was kind of right. I picked the Astros in 5. At least I kind of picked the right team.
That was horrible.
I didn't just go with like, hey, like go home team.
Let's talk to
everything's great.
Let's talk to a man who really knows how to make a prediction. Ben Ryder, come here.
You picked the Astros in 7?
He picked the Astros in 7 3 years ago. How do you feel?
Feel pretty good. You know, it's been a long road, but kind of can't believe they did it. You know.
Thanks for stopping by.
That's it.
All right.
What a terrible baseball game.
Yeah, that was. We're trying to have fun. Thank you, Ben. We're trying to have fun because this was one of the worst baseball games I've ever seen. In a big atmosphere, big environment. Like that was the definition of anticlimax.
Yeah, well, especially it was such a great World Series, and we talked about this yesterday. How great the crowd was, right?
Yes.
Yesterday the crowd was engaged. They're into every pitch. And Darvish just took them right out of the game from the start.
they were locked in at the start too. Like Soulja Boy was playing. Puig's dancing in the outfield. Like fans were really into it. And it's like 2 or 3 pitches in, George Springer doubles, and the Dodgers just. They really never recovered.
No.
It was Darvish made 2 starts in this World Series, and he got 10 outs.
Yes.
It's hard to fathom, really. It's hard to fathom a pitcher that talented coming up like that on this sort of stage.
Yeah, and obviously on Twitter and stuff, I'm kind of seeing all the reactions. I should probably kind of throw in the post-game scene here where, honestly, that was about as depressing post-game news conference as I've seen. He came in, eyes watery, face red. Clearly, I'm guessing he'd been crying before that. And, he talked a lot about just kind of the debt that he felt he owed the Dodgers, and again, Japan's a very kind of obligation-based society, and he talked about how since coming to the major leagues, really, that his passion for baseball had gradually kind of started to wane. That it became more of a job. And
hard same.
That the Dodgers had basically given him purpose again. They gave him some goals, something to shoot for, and that he wanted to kind of repay the organization. And obviously, instead of doing that, this happened.
Right.
And at the end, he kind of got asked. He's a free agent this winter, and he got asked, what are you going to be looking for in a team? And he talked about, I want to pitch in the World Series again now. This is coming from a guy who just a couple weeks ago was saying that he never thought about pitching in the World Series before because he didn't, grow up thinking about it. And he kind of paused for a little bit, and he said, "I would like to come back here with the Dodgers." So it's going to be kind of interesting this winter because
I don't see that happening.
Yeah, you know what though?
I don't
kind of. I'm not saying he's going to go Shohei Ohtani and like willing to throw away $200 million.
Right.
But you know what? I could kind of see him taking a cheaper deal.
I don't see the Dodgers offering much of a cheaper deal.
Yeah.
I think
2 years. No?
If he takes a 2-year deal, sure. On what planet is he taking a 2-year contract? He's Darvish.
Yeah, well, I guess it depends on what the market is there, right?
Okay.
I guess I could see him taking 2 fewer.
Yeah.
Right, if he gets offered 4.
You know what? No one watching this video who's a fan of the Dodgers wants to contemplate ever seeing Darvish in a Dodgers uniform again.
But the point is, he's very sorry.
He's very sorry. It was the story of this series. It seemed like was Dave Roberts' bullpen moves, whether they worked, whether they didn't work, whether his process, which the team, builds, it's not made fly by night. It's based on careful thought. It's based on a lot of strategy. It's based on scouting reports, matchups, all this sort of stuff. And the thing that everyone seems to be talking about now is why didn't Clayton Kershaw start this game? Did you?
Well, because they have Darvish. That's what they got him for. This is a 4-time All-Star.
Okay.
He does his job. Okay, and obviously, I'm a Darvish guy, so to speak, okay? But he does his job. We're not talking about this, okay? And by doing his job, I'm not even talking about going out and pitching 8 scoreless.
Right.
That's gone.
How about 3 scoreless?
Right. If he gives them 4 2/3 like Rich Hill did, that's fine. They're okay with that. He couldn't do that. He failed. He completely failed.
Right.
This is inexcusable. It's unimaginable.
Right.
This is a complete disaster.
Right. So we're gonna go through just a couple quick facts, and we've talked a lot on this program, I don't know what we would call it, about the level of respect we have for Clayton Kershaw. Clayton Kershaw was on 2 days of rest. 2. He, in his last start, could not hold up 7 runs of run support against that team. It would be bonkers to give him the ball in Game 7 when you have Yu Darvish.
Right.
Okay, Alex Wood. All right. People are saying, oh, well, actually, it should have been Alex Wood. If you want Alex Wood to start on short rest for the first time in his career, when when basically Yu Darvish pitched much better against the Cubs, pitched fine against the D-backs, and Wood was very homer prone in the second half, you can make that argument, I guess. But it's all based basically on saying Yu Darvish was bad in Game 3, thus he will be bad in Game 7.
Right.
I don't think. I mean, just because A and B happened does not mean that because of A, B was going to happen.
Yeah, no, he's definitely capable. He should have done that. I mean, the only argument to me that, for Yu Darvish to not be there is just they traded for the wrong guy. That they should have emptied out the farm system and gone after Verlander.
Well,
and again, but that's a whole different conversation. It's a way bigger. It's a whole bigger picture thing. I mean,
that's what you wrote, right? At the time.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, I don't know. I did. Well, I did say that they should push all in to get somebody. Now, I actually thought they were going to have to push all in just to get Darvish. So, I guess I picked the wrong guy.
You backed the wrong horse.
I backed the wrong horse.
You hacked the laptop and put the wrong information. Yeah. The one thing I think that does stand out about this game was I do think, because everyone basically wants to blame Dave Roberts for this. And if you manage a 7-game series, you're going to make mistakes. I think, when they look back, they will probably regret letting Darvish face George Springer there in the second inning. But, Dave Roberts had his answer was really interesting, and it sort of offered a reminder, because I think what he wanted to say was it was Yu Darvish on the mound. I expect more from Yu Darvish. But basically what he said was, as long as he doesn't give up a home run, we're okay. And that's what you're thinking in that spot. Yeah. I have Yu Darvish on the mound. He probably won't give up a home run. He usually doesn't do that. And so, as you said, it's tough to put it all on one player. It's tough to put it all on the manager. Obviously, the offense didn't do much.
Yeah, I mean, to me, what I was just shocked about was just kind of the number of uncompetitive at bats. I thought that there were
in the worst spots. I mean, they batted 1 for 13 with runners in scoring position, so they obviously had a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, and I think we kind of saw maybe the youth in some places.
Bit,
I mean,
Cody
Bellinger just I mean, hopefully, Corey Seager, to me, again, kind of going forward from here, if Corey Seager's fine physically, and, again, a 23-year-old with a back problem was just, that idea scares me.
Right.
But if he's okay and he can come back, there's no reason they can't be back again here next year. Now, again, if Corey Seager's not okay, I think they're going to have some real problems next year in terms of getting back here.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, if you're looking at who are the favorites in the National League next year, it's the Dodgers. But at this time last year, who were the favorites in the National League? They were the Cubs. So there's going to be someone else. There's going to be other teams coming for them. And look, it's hard to win 104 games. And it's hard to get this close to the World Series. Not many teams are able to do what the Royals did in 2014 and 2015, which is get to the edge of the summit and then get past it the next year. It's really hard to get back. So, it's a frustrating end to a really successful season. I mean, this is the best Dodgers team in a generation. The best team since '88, and it's going to end.
'88, they were not good.
Yeah, I mean, so maybe this is the best team since '81. I mean,
85 maybe. '85, they're pretty. They didn't win it, but they were pretty good.
I don't know. I mean, this is the best team since the best Dodger team since I've been alive, and
they're pretty good in 2013.
Yeah, this team is better though.
I don't know.
Who can say? Who cares?
But, on the bright side, the city's not on fire. At least I don't think it is.
Well, we haven't been outside of the ballpark.
No, we haven't. I think I would have heard about that on Twitter.
Probably. So, hey, look, this has been fun, man. This was a fun.
I don't know. I'm kind of. I'm having a little bit of a.
It really is ending on a bad note because this was a fun October. I feel like covering it, being here, seeing this game, the atmosphere here was really great.
Sitting with Plaschke.
Sitting with Plaschke is great. Do you have a favorite Plaschke moment?
Yeah.
Well, the Jake Lamb ball.
No, there's another one. There's some stuff I can't even say.
The sanctity of the press box.
Yeah.
It's been great, interacting. We met a lot of readers who were actually viewers.
I don't think they read a single word that we wrote.
No, but they
view this.
And that's been great. We really appreciate it. Please subscribe to the Los Angeles Times, #PressOn.
Because that is what, in the end, that's what funds these videos that you guys all love so much.
We are not YouTubers. We may become YouTubers in the future because it seems like. Have you read some of the comments on our YouTube videos?
No.
We get it. We're trying to lose weight, okay? We're trying. It's not easy.
I'm not trying at all, actually.
He's not trying. I go to the gym at least once a week.
I'm proud of this, man. Do you know how
mean,
much
you worked hard for this.
Do you know how much fun I had creating this body? Like, this does not happen by accident, man. This is like night after night of just
it's
living life.
Yeah. So Dylan's gonna go get some ramen.
I actually am.
I'm gonna go to bed.
True.
Thank you so much, though, for all the people who've emailed and tweeted and reached out to us over this month. It was a really good time, and we're sorry, I guess, the Dodgers couldn't win a championship, but hopefully you enjoyed it because it's the journey.
There's always next year. There's always next year.
Hey, that's a great slogan. Let's put it on a T-shirt. All right.
And Andy's gonna be back on the beat, I hope. We hope.
We're gonna bring in our next Dodgers beat writer, Pedro Mora, here. Pedro refuses to come on camera. No. Read all of the coverage in the pages of the Los Angeles Times.
Yeah, and you're gonna be at the winter GM meetings, and the winter meetings.
The winter meetings.
Oh, you know what the best thing was?
Spring training.
So the other day, but the email comes in for the GM meetings, and I'm like, hey Andy, look. And I click on the GM meetings email and I hit delete.
and then I made you retrieve it and forward it to me because I didn't get one.
Yeah.
So anyway, read all the coverage in the pages of the Los Angeles Times, latimes.com/Dodgers. Follow Dylan on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Shout out to Mark Potts, the MVP of the Dodgers multimedia, or the Times' multimedia season, team, whatever, this postseason.
Yeah, now it's Chargers season.
Go Chargers.
Go Chargers.
Yeah.